Alrighty. Ooh. Okay, let me go ahead and add a background, virtual background. Alright, that'll do for now. Good evening, everybody, and I'll have to. This is kind of an impromptu live stream. I hadn't planned on being on tonight, but funny things are happening. Um, and let me get this going here. It's not necessarily going to be in order here, but see, I'm trying to figure out. Well, I'll put this puppy up first. This was posted over. I'm going to go ahead and add a layer here to to start this off. Um, Let me see. Okay, this is the one. Now, some of you might remember they just wanted their own area that they had gotten the permit for. Now, there were Trump protesters at this entire thing. And, it should have been no problem for these people to have their conference where they wanted to have it. So, there we are. I am muted. Hmm. Yeah, this software is weird. It does cut out when I do the overlays. I don't know why. It's just the way this thing operates. Now, let me go on here because this gets a little interesting as we go on. Um, do 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 do. Okay, let me see. All right, I'm getting a mic test here. So I guess I'm going to have to bear with me. I'm going to have to do something with this thing because it seems to me the only way I'm going to be able to test to make sure this is working. And this requires me to, and I'm going to read. I'm still learning this software. It's one of the reasons I haven't been on. And okay, I'll try it this way. Yeah, this will. All right, that should put me back on the. Oh, good. Everybody can hear me. Poor guys. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for the help with the audio. I do have an audio monitor here, and for some reason I buried it. All right, so this takes care of this image. Now, pay attention to this here. It says CBS Photos Timothy Homestead. Now, after this headline was put up, um, everybody says, oh, great, Timmy got on to mainstream media. He's becoming famous. 100% successful on the rally. No. And let me explain why. Uh, did a little research and came across this guy. Now, if you had paid attention to Timmy's video, um, you would have seen this guy's face. And he was um, interviewing various Trump supporters and calling this thing a disaster. Now, he was at this rally for several days, which is why he's not wearing a suit in this particular um, slide and in some of the subsequent slides I'm going to put up. And now we go to this one. Nope, wrong ones. We already did that one. Let's try this again. Add new layer, media files. Okay, now I had a little problem with Luke, but I'm going to cut to the chase here. Now, Timmy again put up and said, "Can you identify this woman?" And Timmy, since he was in town, could have figured out who this was. If he is the journalist that he says he is, but he didn't, and so the woman didn't go identify. Now, it didn't take me long to figure it out, but I lost the woman's name. But again, I said that she is a Republican candidate for office that lost. And so, who is the guy that interviewed Tim Holseth? And who is he affiliated with? Now, this is Luke in a photograph that appears uh, on his social media account. And so, who is Luke, the guy that interviewed Tim Holmesett? Well, he is not mainstream media. He is not affiliated with any mainstream affiliation. He's not affiliated with CBS. Now, rather conveniently, Tim Holmesett did not show who the cameraman was for the interview, if it was CBS or if it was his cameraman. So, who is Luke? Well, Luke is a guy by the name of Luke P. Beasley. And he operates something called the Luke Beasley Show. And the Luke Beasley Show has a Twitter account. He has several accounts. Um, this is his Twitter account. And lo and behold, he is a progressive political commentator. The Luke Beasley Show. Check out the show on YouTube. He's from Austin, Texas, so they got that part right. And this is his YouTube channel here. Now, if you hit that, you are going to come to, if I can find the right slide here, which I don't seem to be able to, but here we go. This is the Luke Beasley Show. This is his YouTube channel. And so if you go to Twitter and you put up Luke P. Beasley, do a search, or else you can look at my follow list because on my Burnt Witness 1 account, I am following this guy. Now, this is what is interesting about this, is Tim Holmseth is bragging that he has mainstream media reporting on him. And no, it's not. It's a guy like me that has a YouTube channel. Now on Twitter, he's got 4,000 followers and he's following 76. So he's got a good following on his Twitter account. And let me get that out of there. If you go to, once again, his YouTube channel, he's got 126,000 subscribers. So he's He's a big channel. And that probably would make Timmy madder than hell. So what this means is that Tim Holmseth lied again, which is, you know, interesting. Now, the thing to point out about all this is that Tim Holmseth appeared at a public rally with Randy Erickson with no escorts, no Navy SEALs, no nothing. They're out in the open, wandering around in this highly public event with both pro and anti Trump people. And this guy has been complaining day after day after day after day on his social media that there's assassins out to get him, that people are out to kill him, that people are going to do all this stuff, yada, 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 yada. And he was even supposed to be in witness protection. Remember the witness protection shirt? So, why is this guy running around in public? No protection, nothing. Well, I'll leave it to you to decide. And uh, now the FAFO is going to start up. I just happen to be here, and so this is why I'm not doing FAFO. But FAFO will be coming, and quite soon. And this will probably be the last time I talk about these people on this channel. The only reason I did it this time is because this is a national newsworthy event. This guy decided to go to a Trump rally and finally, after all these years, get on camera. You hear his voice, you hear him talking to people in public. So is he going to come out of the closet? Who knows? It's hard to say. But he's grifting again. He's got a Zelle account up. He's got all kinds of things going. And these people are just doling into their wallets, pulling out the money, sending it to him so that he can go to Trump rallies and be interviewed for whatever good that does. He's not out saving children. He's not out doing anything. Not exposing any what should I say? Child traffickers, people selling children, all that stuff. Yeah, he's just grifting. Lori, the interview took place a couple days ago. Trump had a rally at an auditorium called the Monument in Rapid City, South Dakota. And there were a small number of protesters, both for and against the former president. And somehow Tim managed to get himself on an interview with this social media personality. And what everybody has been bragging about is that this is a 1 day and 21 hours ago. And Randy Erickson showed up as herself. And, so no 30, 40-year-old pictures. So you got to see the real Randy. And there are pictures circulating. I didn't get them in time to get this going because I've been living my life off the internet. And so I missed out on that. And I'd also like to say hello and welcome to everybody on the chat. And it's been funny watching these people because I'm away from the internet doing my thing. Maybe I'll make a couple posts over on Twitter every once in a while. But the thing is, I haven't been around. I've been busy doing shit. And yet these people are making all kinds of weird stuff up to see this. Well, what you do is go over to Tiny Tim's. Um, what the hell was that? Oh, that's when he did the. All right, see if I can. There's supposed to be a way to. Oh, here it is. Hmm. Trying to figure. I used to know how to do this. All right, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. And let's see. Get down here. Okay, there is the link directly to the video over on his page. And, you know, what's remarkable about his channel is, you know, he only got 41 likes and 6 dislikes. So, yeah, even though it says that 1,800 people saw this, only 47 bothered to comment about it in one way or another. And what's interesting also is his um, page is made up largely of negative comments. Um, Now, you know, the numbers really, you know, don't amount to much. So, you know, it's, you know, you just, but, you know, one of the reasons that I've switched this particular subject over to the faithful channel from here on out is that it really does no good to talk about them here. Um, People aren't interested in these yo-yos, whether they're on their side or not. They're interested in other things, and if I'm not going to provide these other subjects, they are not going to tune into the channel. I've been getting all kinds of messages uh, from people I know who are mostly don't comment on here, and they have said that they understand the situation with Holmes, Seth, and the grifters, but that it's dragging the channel down because there are so many of these people out there like Tim that it's kind of like playing a game of whack-a-mole. If there was ever a way to get Tim to shut up, it wouldn't do any good because somebody would just take his place. Um, they're all just as crooked. They're all in these rackets, taking money from people and, you know, self-glorifying themselves. So I made the decision that once I get Faithful up and running, that is where I am going to discuss this particular subject. I'm going to be taking this channel in a different direction. And most of the time it'll be recorded. There'll be sometimes maybe I'll come in and I'll do a live stream like this. But for the most part, it's going to be recorded and it's going to be entirely different subjects. Um, and what I'm doing is um, researching things right now that I may be looking into. I may be doing live coverage of trials. There are some rather strange uh, murder cases in the news that I'm going to research on. And I may start live streaming from the courtroom. Now, I am still going to do the Neely Blanchard trial. It's not until November. Everything is stabilized. There's been no talk about uh, canceling the trial and moving it forward or anything like that. Everything is under control, under schedule, so to speak. The same seems to be true of the Delphi trial. That is going forward. I haven't seen too much with that as far as what they're going to do. Well, good luck with the clip. Thanks for coming in, Laurie. Um, I'll try and get on more consistently, but I've got such a whacked out schedule. I don't know what's going to happen now. I've got temporarily this week some free time, but I'm using it to do other things. Uh, Hi, Rebecca. So I figured I'd just come in, do this brief um, live stream. Um, Number one, to try and get the bugs out of this program. This software, or this, well, it is software to a degree. This software I am using is so different than the one I had before that it's a learning curve. This is something along the lines of uh, OBS or DaVinci Resolve or something along that line. And it's a total different way of doing things. You add layers and scenes and all this other stuff, and it's taking a bit of getting used to. Uh, but I'll get the hang of it eventually. And the recorded stuff, I've got software I use for that, and I'm familiar with it. Well, that's an opinion, but the thing of it is, there are things coming out, and this is what the purpose of the Faithful Project is. Um, that I'm not going to get into too much right now. Um, okay. Um, I've been getting a lot of information while going forward with the Faithful, and the Faithful's working out a lot better than I thought it was going to. So, it's a situation where it's just going to take a little bit of time to get all this together, and I'm going to report things as they happen. Um, but again, this channel is going to be switching over subject wise to other stuff. Uh, Unless it's something really, really, really important, I don't think I'll be discussing Timmy, the PPTF, um, and these other bozos on this channel. Now, if it happens that in any trial that's going on, such as the Blanchard trial, the Delphi trial, or any other legal action that comes up, because this is primarily a trial coverage and state and federal case coverage channel, it will be reported if they come up in discovery or some other thing where um, they're part of, say, the Blanchard case, the Delphi case, or some of these other cases that are floating around, then I will report what comes up as I get it. And I will give an announcement in advance of any discovery that comes out in any case that I discuss on here. So stay tuned for that. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. I have to work around my schedule. And so, I appreciate those that do come along on this journey. Um, Randy has a black flag flying on her car. Hmm. Wonder what the hell that's all about. That's new information because the thing these people don't understand is they tell all their people over on Telegram, BitChute, True Social, what have you, that they're in hiding for fear of their lives and everything, and yet they keep getting spotted out in the open. It's you don't have to put a tracker on them or track their cell phones or any of that. They're there. People see them every day. Uh, they're not hiding. Their lives are not in danger. They don't have people looking to assassinate them. And the proof is in when they show up at a very public rally, wander around, um, mixing it up with the opposition, so to speak, and it's not doing any good. And then they get interviewed by someone like me who has a YouTube channel. Now, yes, his channel is huge, 100 and some odd thousand people, so he's got a big thing going there. But if you watch the interviews, the guy made Timmy look like a moron. And, Timmy doesn't understand this, that when he gets interviewed by people or he talks to people, he's not portrayed very well. He's portrayed as an idiot and a liar and a grifter. Yeah. It's right there on his very own channel. Yeah, so I encourage people to go over there and watch that. There's about 4 or 5 clips where he says, okay, we got to identify this woman. Well, the woman is part of the organization that had the permit. All they had to do is go down the street to where the permits are handed out, and they would have found out that those people had a permit. That city has a policy that if you're going to have large gatherings of this nature, people are going to have to get permits. The Trumpers did because they were selling junk there. Half the things that were set up there were people hawking hats and all kinds of different things. Um, and the people that had a legitimate permit for that particular location that they were at, which was not that large, weren't selling junk. They were handing leaflets out and brochures and stuff, um, getting to their point. And I'm going to get into that a little later on FAFO since I wasn't able to find my files. I think it's on a different computer because I'm running back and forth to FAFO in here. Go. Sorry about that. I got drive through. So, upside down world. Okay. Um, so, I'll get into who is behind the permits and exactly what the truth is here. But, these people are still going to believe that Timmy's the greatest thing since spilt milk, that he's this war correspondent that he brags about being, and all this stuff. And you're never going to do anything about that, and I don't plan on it. These people can bury themselves in stupid because they're throwing their money away, they're throwing their confidence and belief away, and these idiots who are just taking them for their money. That's all they're interested in is their money. They're not doing anything. Going to a rally and talking to a social media pundit is not helping your case, especially when the guy calls you a moron. And he certainly was not a pro-Trump guy, and that came out in the interview. Jimmy should have seen that. Said, "Oh my God, this guy's not for Trump. He's, you know, another fake news or something." And no, he wasn't fake news. He was a guy reporting on a rally and doing it mostly in interview fashion. He interviewed these people. They told him that, like Biden's a rapist and all that, And so these people got their 5 minutes of fame, sort of, on yet another YouTube channel. Now, if I'd seen a reporter from the local TV station there and actually saw a camera with the call letters of the station, then yeah, maybe he got the ability to go on a network show. I've been interviewed by a network television show right here in Orlando, and Timmy uses that interview all the time. It's one of 3 interviews that I did for that particular station, and that's people they can watch that particular interview and what I was doing, and they can decide for themselves. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for it. Whatever was in the interview was there, and the interview was well known. But in this case, it's not a network affiliate. It's a local. It's a guy that came up from Texas to cover this rally. He chases rallies all over the country, as a matter of fact. Him and the group he's part of. They are progressives, which means they are not on Donald Trump's fan page. They don't like Trump. They don't favor him. I think people that follow him are a bunch of idiots. And he just put Tim Homseth in that slot where he's an idiot. Go over and watch some of his interviews that he and his colleagues do. It's quite interesting. Um, I just think it's interesting that whoever is running the organization for Tim is not doing him justice, if you want to call it that. Um, Not that anybody over there cares. I mean, it doesn't matter what you write about Tim. People are going to, bow down and kiss his feet as a deity. They made a god out of this guy. But that's where we're at. So, you know, this basically is it for tonight. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and stay tuned. I'll get into stuff as I go down the road here. Um, Again, I'll be doing mostly the FAFO channel. And so, uh, right now I don't have the facilities to do it, but I will get around to putting up the FAFO channel as I do more with it. And it's just another avenue similar to the Task Force for Truth, but with a twist. Oh, geez, I got to sign up before I cough everybody out of the room. But again, thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification, and share. And I'll be back with another something. Hopefully, I can get this channel back on the track it was supposed to be on, and I can get Faithful on the track that it's supposed to be on. And there's other stuff I got in the pipe, but I'm a busy guy. I'm not on the internet as much anymore, except to watch TV. I have a bunch of TV series that I'm binge watching, and so that occupies a lot of my time. But I have other things I'm doing, and as I adjust my schedule, we'll see if I have more time on here. So again, thanks for tuning in, and everybody have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the week, and to my friend, congratulations if you did get that job. I know you were talking about getting a job, and I don't know if you got it yet. You can let me know, but congratulations anyway. So good night, everybody, and have a good one.